Hey dreamer, welcome to the message. Welcome into the channel, guys. For those of you who are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to start a series on this channel. And when I say we, I mean me and my guides, I am going to be doing a series. So this is part one of really seeing how how your dreams, how our dreams, certain dreams, I should say, can relate spiritually, right? Or what it can symbolize in in our waking lives. And so part one of this series is going to be about drowning dreams. And we've all had drowning dreams, or most of us have had drowning dreams. And I want to preface this to say that I'm not an expert in dreams. That's not what I do, but I am an expert in oracle reading and tarot reading and all things, hopefully, spirituality. So if you are having a drowning dream, to me, that is a signal. It's a symbolism for something in your waking life. So it's very important to pay close attention to it. I see dreams, guys, as a general, it's communication from the soul, from spirit, trying to point you on a path. And whatever path that is going to be different for all of you out there. I know my dreams have directly and indirectly pointed me to the path that I'm on now. And so it's important to pay attention to those dreams. If you're on this channel and if you watch tarot, then you're definitely into spirituality and you know that there's different ways that spirit likes to communicate. And the number one way is through our subconscious, right? Like when we're sleeping and we're defenseless because we are not distracted, okay? So in saying that, if you guys are into recording your dreams and paying attention and really dissecting, what your dreams mean for you, I do have my dream journal available on Amazon to purchase if you're interested. I will leave the link in the description box below. And we're gonna get into this. This is gonna be fun, but we're gonna see where spirit leads us. It's always unpredictable. We have quite a few decks to go through, so I'm gonna start in a second. And I would say this: I've had drowning dreams in the past. It is not fun, right? But I will say it always symbolizes that I've kind of not surrendered to something that I needed to surrender to. Spirit was giving me warnings, all types of angel warnings that they do, numbers, songs, all types of things, and I would ignore it basically or didn't want to pay attention to it. And so, I always took drowning dreams when I've had them as, where do I need to surrender? Where can I surrender more? Where am I restricting myself or putting up a fight where there's no fight needed? If something is over or something needs to be over, then it's probably best to just surrender to it. Okay, so we're going to look at this first card here. You can see she's underwater fighting to get to the surface. And this is the Dream Decoder deck. I find this deck quite useful, but if you go on different websites, you go different places, everyone has an explanation for why you have a drowning dream. And I really just want to see what the tarot wants to say about drowning dreams, or at least the people who are going to watch this video. It's impossible to know the meaning behind everyone's dreams, right? But we can try to get a clue as to what spirit is trying to communicate when we have these horrifying dreams sometimes. And like I said, this is part one. We're going to do different types of dreams. So if you are interested in that, definitely subscribe, comment below, let me know what you think, and of course, like this message if you like it. All right, so we're going to start by reading this card and then we'll get into the rest of the cards. So I'm going to bring this closer to my face so this will be out of view. Okay. Water in dreams universally symbolizes emotions. So if you're drowning, this indicates that you're either under a lot of emotional stress or afraid of being overcome by intense emotion. This dream may be a warning that something is taking up too much of your energy and time. You might be too deeply immersed in a relationship or a project and in danger of losing yourself. Perhaps you have overcommitted yourself at the expense of your health and well being, or you might simply have too many things going on in your life. For example, you might be juggling roles and consequently finding yourself a little overspent. Yeah. If you're breathing underwater, this can indicate that you're navigating your way successfully through challenges. However, it could also symbolize a retreat to the womb. I love that. Prompted by feelings of helplessness and dependency. Wow. So I love that explanation. I purposely did not read the card until I got on camera because I wanted it to affect me the same way it would you guys, okay? So it definitely was powerful. So we're going to put that, let's see if we can put that there. I don't want the card to burn or anything, but yes, we're going to be looking at dreams as it relates to the tarot and see why you possibly could be dreaming about drowning. This will not cover everyone's dream. Let me keep saying that because people are going to say, oh, that's not what... I get it. This, whoever finds this, whoever resonates, that's who it's for. And we're going to leave it there. The candle is going crazy right now. So spirit has entered the space. All right, so we're going to use this archetype deck. I love this deck, and we're definitely going to read the card that comes out. And the reason being is because, first of all, these cards are phenomenal. Probably one of my favorite decks to use, if not my favorite, the Wild Unknown deck. And the description of the cards is so powerful, and so I wanted to read it out. I don't usually read my decks. I usually just go with my intuition, but for this deck I'm going to use the book for it. So let's do this, guys. We're going to take a look at you, the archetype of you. What's going on with you, the dreamer? Spirit. Tell me about the dreamer, spirit. Why are they having dreams of drowning? All right. Oh, wow. I only wanted one, but you got two. So we'll take it. So the first card you got was the Cave. And I had to number these cards because they don't come numbered. And who got time for that? So let's look at 31. In the deck. Okay. Cave. The dark, the portal, the interior. Oh, I love that. Those who are fortunate enough to find and enter the cave are forever changed. It is a place of potent power, acting both as a portal to another realm and a space for sacred ritual and initiation. The cave is a place to return for meaningful retreat, where no one can see the true self in the darkness. The cave is known to reside in the center of the heart. Within its walls, the whispers of compassion and self-understanding can be heard. Yet, because it's a mystery and power, many of us fear the cave and never try to find it. We busy ourselves in the bright lights of the city while the cave and dimly lit chamber calls out to us in the night. Where is your cave? Where's your cave, guys? You already know. Return to it and tend to the fire. The sacred, the center within. Wow, I like that. So, the cave. We're going to go into this deeper, but I just want to read these cards first. And you have Agape. Wow. That was card 71, right? Agape. Devotion, unconditional love. What if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, okay, you put God, goddess, or nature at the center? How would this change your approach? Such is the energy of agape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us and asks us for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation. Initiation has come up twice since I've been reading, and for this card and now this one. So you guys are definitely coming into some. This drowning is definitely about initiating yourself into a better or bigger spirituality practice. Okay, let's keep reading because I'm going to get ahead of myself. Okay, so this card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. You sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. Such initiation moment can appear in any form, and like healing balm to the modern soul, it affects last a lifetime. The agape card may also suggest your recess for what you worship. Oh, suggest that you recess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you evaluating? What are you elevating? Where does this sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead you? Service, reverence, honor, joy. I love that for you. So, if you are having these drowning dreams, that is definitely a clue, guys, into it. I think that a lot of us, especially now, I mean, if you're watching tarot regularly, you know that everyone, including me, there's an awakening happening, right? Like there's something happening, right? The veil is being lifted. We are seeing things as we never seen them before, right? And it can be scary, it can be spooky, health crisis, all types of stuff going on in the world. And because we have all these things bogging down our brains and thoughts and taking up so much space as we are awake, there is no room for spirit for a lot of people. Not for everyone, because some people are in meditation, they are writing, they are journaling, they are centered, they are connecting to spirit every day. I definitely do that myself, right? But if you are not one of those people who do that, I feel like spirit is going to, the dream world, the astral world is the only place where spirit can reach you. And so, and yes, it can feel frightening, it can feel dramatic, but sometimes that's the only way spirit can get your attention. And so I wouldn't fear this. I would surrender to these dreams, and I would really start writing them down and trying to figure out where you are, where is spirit trying to lead you, basically. Because the cave and agape, it both spoke about, you know, initiation into a deepening of your faith, into trying to make you see that the world is the world and the spirit world is the spirit world. And these two things are colliding, guys, right now. It's huge, it's big, I can feel it, my eye is twitching. Spirit is definitely trying to, and this is probably why they gave me the message to do these videos. I had no idea what I was going to do with these cards. I just got them. And so there's a message here for you. There's awakening that's happening for you, for your family. And maybe only you right now. And so maybe you are the guiding light, right? Maybe you'll be the guiding light for your family or your friends. Maybe you've been feeling different. Maybe you've been having a lot of sleepless nights, frightening dreams, you know, stress eating, not eating enough, all types of things. And so Spirit is trying to get you to see something deeper. And we're going to take a look now at the rest of the cards. All right, so let's see. Let's take a look at this oracle deck to see what Spirit is trying to get you to see, or where you're struggling. What does the dreamer need to know, Spirit? What does the dreamer need to know? Wow, you got prosperity. So before I read this card, some of you this could be also what the dream is trying to get you to see, this card. And it's just so many ways that we can look at this dream. But a lot of you this drowning could be it could be a symbol of you drowning financially, right? Feeling under pressure, feeling like finances are all over the place. There's not enough coming in, but so much going out. So a lot of you could feel like you're cut off from your prosperity in some way, cut off from your abundance, or it's like it's like a trinkle. It's not a pour, right? Like your prosperity is not pouring in, it's trickling in. And maybe you have deep desires or deep wishes for your life, or you have so many goals that you want to reach, and you feel like you're like drowning under the weight of that, and you're not really getting anywhere, or you're getting pennies instead of dollars. And so it's not surprising to see prosperity come out as an option for why you're dreaming about drowning. But let's see. Prosperity, number 35. Give and expect the universe to give back to you. Believe that you are prosperous already. Have gratitude. I was about to say handle with gratitude. Absolutely. Handle with gratitude. Have gratitude for everything you have in life. Okay. So I do feel like a lot of you feel like you're cut off from your prosperity. You feel like you're drowning. Some of you may be in like tremendous amount of debt, or feeling as though the money you've been making, maybe you've been making the same money for some time now, and all of a sudden, or at least this year, or at least last year, you start to feel like it's not enough. Something like you just woke up one day, you was like, I feel like I'm drowning. I don't know where my money is going. And at some point, when you first got the job or whenever, it was enough, or it was enough at least to get you by, and now you feel like it's not even that, it's not even doing that. So this could be where spirit is trying to bring you deeper into I feel like I wanted to say this. Ooh, my nose is like it's like stinging right now. Spirit is really communicating. I wanted to say this. I feel like with this awakening, with this transition that the world is experiencing, I feel like it's going to be magnifying issues around money, right? And so that's another reason why I'm not really surprised to see prosperity pop out on us like this, because a lot of us have issues around money, right? Like we either grew up with not enough, or we grew up with too much and we don't know how to value it, we don't know how to nourish it, or we grew up with no sense of how to take care of our finances. And since money, as I always say on this channel, is energy, I'm not surprised to see spirit working on that as well with us, because if we're always praying, which is, I would say, I'm not God, I don't know what God is thinking, but I would say the number one thing that people pray for is money or health. But more times than any, it's definitely money. And so I think spirit is trying to get us to look at our relationship when it comes to finances. How do you look at money? Do you even look at your money? Do you even look at your bank account? And when you look at your bank account, are you like, ugh, and like shutting off the phone? Or are you really looking at your money and how it relates to energy? And how do you just throw your dollars and your cash into your wallet or into your bag? Do you crumble it up? Or do you, straighten it out and place it in your wallet carefully? Because how you treat money is how it will treat you. If you don't care, or and I didn't mean to make this about money, but this is where spirit is leading us. If you discard it, or just throw it in their bag, or just throw, loose change or pennies away, because I don't care about pennies, then guess what? That's how money is energy. It's going to return that same energy to you. So there's various ways that spirit, like I said, tries to communicate, or tries to get us to look closer at the issues at hand that's plaguing us. And so this could be one of those things. You could be cut off from prosperity, or feeling as though you are, when in fact you're not. It's just your energy needs to change. Your energy around money, your energy around prosperity. Some of you, this prosperity could be about health. Maybe you always have some type of health issue, or it's always something, right? You can never not have a cold, or there's always an ache in your body. And if I'm not a doctor, so please also do not take anything I say as medical or legal advice. Let's just put that out there as a disclaimer. But aches in the body, it's always, a lot of people believe, and I am one of those people, that it does have a spiritual link, right? It is connected to, certain areas in your body. Ache in your back can sometimes be related to holding on to stress, right? There's a whole thing out there. You can read about it on your own. But if you feel like you're always sick, or you don't always have health in your body, that can be energy. Where are you holding on to stress? Where do you need to let go of, things of the past? We hold on to these things of the past, and we think that it just affects us in our mental, but in fact, it affects us in the body too. So we are going to keep doing this, guys. We're going to take a look at the tarot now and see what's going on. Let's go deeper. Give me the dreamer's energy, Spirit. Give me the dreamer's energy. So we're going to take a look at your energy. I want to see where you're at right now, the dreamer. Give me the dreamer's energy, Spirit. Give me the dreamer's energy. Give me the dreamer's energy, Spirit. Yeah. Okay. So the first card out was the King of Wands with the Four of Swords. So with the King of Wands coming out with the Four of Swords, I feel like you guys could be, some of you, I feel like some of you could be like overextending yourself. Now, this could be where, even in the card, we read that in the card, where you overspending your energy, right? And this energy, like I said, could be money, it could be health, it can be, everything is energy. So you have to apply this to your situation. But I feel like a lot of you could be overextending yourself financially, mentally. Some of you are even like, maybe you have 4 jobs or 2-3 jobs, and you think that you are getting closer to wealth or to abundance. And in all actuality, you are overextending yourself. You're actually pulling yourself further away, right? Not saying to go quit your job tomorrow. That's not what I'm saying. But it's more so, it's like, do you want to work harder? Do you want to work smarter? Do you want to have more income? Or do you want to have more energy spent on these things that are not getting you any closer to what you truly want, which is financial abundance or abundance in general? Sometimes working 4 jobs is great because it gets all your bills paid. But are you going to be able to maintain that forever? No. I mean, it's not a thing that you can maintain if you are a normal person, okay? Not forever. Maybe it's okay for a little bit, but at some point you have to look at your life and you have to look at everything and say, how can I make this work without feeling like I have nothing left at the end of the day? Or I'm working all these jobs and I don't even have time to enjoy the fruits of my labor. I don't even watch the television that I purchase. I don't even have time for my kids, or I don't have time to talk to my friends, or even lay down, right? The Four of Swords is just about rest after battle, after battle, after battle, after battle. And so a lot of you are very, very much overextending yourself in that way. Now, this could be job, this can be a relationship, okay? Prosperity comes in all forms. Some people want prosperity in love. And so if that's the case, then you could be thinking that your dating is going to make you meet Mr. Right or Mr., or Miss Right or Mrs. Right. But in all actuality, you are not spending enough time with yourself in order to get to know the parts of yourself that truly the part of you that wants love, right? So we want love for different reasons. Maybe the reason you want love is, I'm gonna say it, but I hope I'm not offending anyone. But sometimes the reason for wanting love can be toxic and come from a place of insecurity or a need of not being alone or feeling insecure. And so I feel like Spirit is trying to get, if that's your case, if that's where you're cut off from prosperity and love, then I feel like Spirit is trying to get you to see that maybe you need to spend time alone. Maybe you need to heal your heart. Maybe you need to understand the parts of you that are searching for love. Do you have all that love for yourself? Do you love yourself? Does it run deep? Have you healed from your last relationship, or are you on a dating binge, right? Where you're trying to find the right person, quote, air quotes, or you're trying to find the person that's going to complete you or make you whole or make you happy. That does not exist outside of you. Okay. So I feel like the reason why, part of this drowning is that you are overextending yourself. You are drowning in some metaphorical ocean, and it's going to be different for everyone. It's going to be different for everyone. Let's get advice from Spirit. What is your advice, Spirit? The King of Wands is he has great ideas. He or she, it doesn't matter. Don't attach gender to the cards, but this energy is very talented. They are very, they come up with good ideas. They're the go-getters. They're the entrepreneurs. But if you speak to an entrepreneur, if you ever have a conversation, or if you are an entrepreneur, this could be your energy where I'm picking up on. Sometimes, you're working your butt off to make a business work or business plan work, and you're coming up against a brick wall or things are not working out. It is time to sit back, relax, and look at the situation. Is it time to step away? Is it time to let something go? Maybe reassess? One of those cards spoke about reassessing. Is it time to go in the cave, reassess how you go about your business, about getting your finances? Are you putting too much money into the business and not enough is coming back in? And yes, that is a sacrifice that you make in the beginning. But how long is your beginning? How long have you been going at it? How long have you been trying to make that dream work? Is there another dream? Is Spirit trying to get your attention to somewhere else? There's all different ways about going after our dream, without drowning in it, right? Without drowning. Tracing your dream will require hard work. It shouldn't require emotional pain and stress, right? And this dream of drowning is trying to wake you up to that, right? Because at the end of the day, you always wake up from the dream, right? It's all about giving you a clue, trying to give you it's crumbs that Spirit leaves for us. It's a way of getting our attention. So I would say look at the different areas of your life where you are overextending yourself, or where you need to surrender more. Okay, let me stop talking. All right, so wow. We're not going to take all of them. We're going to take that. So you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Devil. This is interesting energy. This is advice from Spirit. I feel like for some of you, you are really tied down to one way of doing things. Now, this is Capricorn energy. You have also a Virgo energy here. I don't know if that means anything to any of you, but I feel like some of you feel like if you're chasing a dream or chasing some form of prosperity, I feel like a lot of you feel like there's only one way to do it. You could be tied to an outcome, tied to a way of going about something, right? No, I can only get something this way, or I can only go about my dreams in this fashion, or it has to be in this city, it has to be this way. I have to be with this person, because the devil can also speak about being tied in a relationship, being tied and being not tied, chained, because I feel like when I see the devil, it's more of a chain. It's more of being chained to, and you can see down here, it's a heart. Being chained to an individual, feeling like you are dependent upon them for your happiness, for your material gain. The Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing, very consistent. And so I feel like that's what Spirit is trying to get you to see. I feel like you need to let go of doing things or seeing things in one fashion, seeing yourself in one way. And if this is a relationship, if this is talking about drowning in a relationship or drowning in your emotional, which it could be, the devil is also anxiety. So a lot of you could be in a relationship where it's time to go, and you are gung-ho, like not giving up because of whatever obligation. The Queen of Pentacles can also be, everyone has a high functioning and low functioning. When the Queen of Pentacles is low functioning, they could be overly committed to things that has been dead and gone. The weeds can be dead in the Queen of Pentacles. If she's low functioning, she will still be there watering the plants because she's dedicated and she's in her low functioning energy. And so a lot of you are dealing with people, could be a Capricorn, it doesn't have to be. I'm not trying to, tie too many signs to this, but a lot of you could be dealing with people who you need to cut ties with, right? Like, you might feel like you are obligated or you are connected, you're supposed to be together, or maybe you feel like you've invested a lot of time and energy into this person. How would you give up after all these years, after all this time? You are blocking your blessings, doll. You are blocking so many things from coming in, including financial abundance. Everything is energy. I'm going to keep saying that throughout this reading because it's true. Everything is energy. So if you are bogged down with an individual who is mean, bad to you, cheated on you, could be a third party, all types of stuff. If your energy is depleted and you are, in a constant battle with yourself or that person, you could very well be operating in a low vibrational energy, and that blocks abundance as well. And so a lot of you need to cut ties with an individual. This could be also a job. This could be multiple jobs. Like I said in the beginning, this could be a one way of seeing yourself or a situation, and you're drowning under the weight of that. And Spirit is trying to get you to come out of it and rest. Spirit is trying to get you to come out and see things from a higher perspective, to connect to your intuition, to dive deeper into your subconscious, the cave, right? The cave spoke about that. It's going deeper, being with the nothingness, right? I love that, being with the nothingness and allowing that to teach you what you need to learn. The more you resist, the more this is going to persist. So if you are resisting the change, if you're resisting your awakening, be prepared to keep having these kind of emotional state dreams. It could be drowning. It could be all types of dreams. I was even going to say fire, where you are trapped. It's a feeling of being trapped, of being stuck, of being tied, Some of you, this really is about money, though. Some of you, this really is about your abundance. You feel you always, and some of you, I can even, I even heard like with the devil, I'm looking at the devil, I'm like, some of you really talk bad about your finances. Some of you really talk bad about yourselves. You might be one of those people who I talk about often on this channel is that you say, I just want enough money to get me to this point, or get me to the end of this week, get me to the end of this month. And so what does Spirit do? Spirit gives you what you want. And then next month you have to do the same prayer again. Why not change that, right? Like, why not say, I want more than enough? I want to be able to lend and not borrow, right? I want my cup to overflow. There's the way we speak about our abundance, the way we speak about our finances, the way we speak about ourselves plays into the energy, which gives us back what we get in life. And so a lot of you are tied to maybe childhood stuff around prosperity. Maybe you grew up in a home that had lack, and so now you are playing that out as a grown person. Or you could come from a house that worked their asses off, had a lot of money, and for some reason as a grown person you can't figure out why your prosperity is cut off, or why you're not making enough money. And it's because maybe you don't value it. Maybe you have a lot of money. So some people, $20,000-$20,000 a year is a lot of money, right? And it's because they have less than that, right? So you have to look at your abundance, you have to look at your prosperity and these different views and see what your energy is trying to tell you. If you feel like you don't have enough, it's usually connected to your energy. It's always, and I'm not even going to say usually, it's always connected to your energy. How are you speaking about it? How are you treating it? How are you raised to see it? Whether this is love, money, or other, okay? So let's get a likely outcome for you guys. Wow, okay, your cards are jump in here for the outcome. I'm gonna shuffle once, actually. What is the likely outcome for the dreamer, Spirit? What is the likely outcome for the dreamer? Okay, wow, I love that. Look what came out first. So your cards are jumpy, so we're gonna just take this one and then we're gonna pull some more for now. So your likely outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. You can't really make this stuff up, guys. This is on camera, it's in full view. Spirit is really telling you that once you do this, once you untie yourself, once you see yourself differently, once you see your money, the way you love, the way you allow yourself to be loved differently, your fortune will change. I love this card, by the way. Can you see it really well? I hope so. This is your future. Okay, so there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of things that you need to do in order to let yourself be free of this energy. But if this is the outcome, guys, then I would say that's worth it, right? I feel like there's something here that needs to end. Okay, so that's why I paused, because Spirit was really trying to pull my attention somewhere. I feel like there's something that needs to end. Only you know, as a dreamer, you know what this is. It's going to be different for all of you. You know, I think as you watch this message, you'll figure this out more and more, that maybe this is a person, maybe this is a job, maybe you need to, if you're working 3 jobs, maybe you need to quit one. Maybe you need to see how you can grow your finances in other ways. Maybe you need to get rid of debt, or get rid of the satellite TV, or get rid of something that's, maybe you have a car that's not within your budget, or something that's not within your budget, but you're doing it to maybe be seen in a certain way. The King of Wands could be a very flashy son of a gun. Depending on his vibration, right? Where he's functioning at. He could be very flashy. He could be very showy. And so if you are doing something to impress, air quotes, or you're doing something to seem differently than who you are, you're, and in the long run, you're only affecting yourself. You're only drowning yourself. You're only, depleting yourself, guys. So the person that you're trying to feel flashy for, the job or the relationship or whatever you're trying to show up as something you're not, everything comes out in the wash, as my mother used to say. And you cannot sustain that. That's not sustainable. And at the end of the day, your finances, your heart, it's what is at stake. I can't even speak. All right. Any more information, Spirit, for the dreamer? Information for the dreamer. Yes, you have the Ace of Swords. I feel like this is going to be where you're going to get an idea or something is going to, some information. This could be this, this could be this message. But I feel like you guys are going to receive something from Spirit, something from, it's going to seem like divine intervention. This message could be it, where you're going to be receiving downloads, right? This is a part of the awakening where I feel like if you're having dreams about drowning, your next dream about drowning, if you have a next dream about drowning, it's going to give you more clues. Because now, after watching this message and after maybe considering your dreams more, whatever, I feel like Spirit is going to start giving you bigger and bigger clues as to what this is talking about, what they're trying to convey to you, whatever. But I feel like this is what the Ace of Swords is speaking of. There's going to be a download of some sort. As you can see, the earth growing through her skull, basically. There's an energy here of, and it's going to be swift, guys. So don't be, don't be frightened by it. It's going to happen in a way that's going to be for your betterment. It's going to be for your highest good. It could come in any form. Listen, I can give you an avenue, but it could be a different block. I feel like everything is about to be made known to you. A lot of things about where this energy is coming from, where this drowning energy is coming from, where you need to change your luck, because Jupiter, Wheel of Fortune, that is about luck being changed. Your energy, everything about your world in some regards is going to be changing. It's going to be for your good. And I feel like it's coming from this Ace of Swords. It could be in any form though. So I would look out for signs, for symbolism, anything along those lines, especially in your dream state, as this is a message about dreams. I feel like don't be surprised if your next few dreams are really, really animated, climactic, climactic. I think that's how you say it, where it goes from one step to the next. You can see a lot of symbolism in dreams. So that's another reason why I always say this is not some easy plug, but it is important to write down your dreams in a dream journal, just so it lives somewhere and you can always go back and study the energy surrounding it. One day it may not make sense to you. The next day it will start making sense to you. For me, I wake up every day with a song in my head. That's a channel from Spirit, okay? That tells me how my day is going to be. Sometimes I wake up with a really sad song, which tells me my emotions is going to be a bit, all over the place. Or I wake up with a song that's really pumping. Or I wake up with a song that's so random that I know that I'm picking up on someone else's energy. And I'm always correct. There's always someone that calls me, texts me, or whatever, reaches out to me, and I'm like, oh, that's the energy Spirit was trying to warn me about. So it's important. I write down every time I get a song, and I get it every day. I write it down in my dream journal to make sure I remember it, so I can go back to it and kind of be like, oh, yep. I was thinking about Chris Brown, and guess what? Chris Brown song, and then guess what? My ex text me, right? So it's all these things. Spirit tries to get your attention in various ways. For me, because I'm like, a medium and I'm an empath, I do get very clear, concise messages, but yours might be a bit more cryptic. And it might come in the form of a drowning dream, but it's just spirit trying to connect with you, okay? So I really hope that this message resonates. Let's pull you one final card from this universal deck. One final message for the dreamer, spirit. One final message for the dreamer. Go in. All right, one final message. One final message for the dreamer. Let me take this one. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, what was we talking about, guys? Surrendering. I surrender to a power greater than me. Absolutely. Spirit is definitely doubling down on what we spoke about. Also, butterflies, guys, is a sign of transformation. Also, awakening. So, a lot of you, Spirit is saying you need to surrender. This dream isn't for nothing. I was trying to see if it got burnt. This dream isn't for nothing. It isn't for, because, you're going to drown if you go to the beach, or you're going to drown if you go to the pool. You also could be having dreams about someone else drowning, and that is also symbolism. So you definitely want to pay attention to all these things. And as I said, this is part one. We're going to go into different various dreams. So hopefully I cover something that you've been experiencing in your dreams. And if so, I really hope to hear from you, in the comments, or like, share, subscribe, because I really want to dive into these dreams from a spiritual perspective, using the tarot, using the oracle. So Spirit is basically delivering this in message as it's time to surrender. No more, trying to fight your way through a project or a relationship that's no longer working. You need to surrender. If it's time to go, it's time to go. If you need to quit a job because you got 3 and 4 or 5, or you've been trying to make one business work, and maybe you need to rethink the way you go about that business. Maybe you need to shut it down and put it online, or vice versa. Or maybe you need to, stop dating for a while and figure out what's going on with you, figure out what's going on with your soul, and figure out what Spirit is trying to get you to surrender to. It's so many ways. I can't stress that enough, that Spirit speaks to us. And for me, my favorite is the dreams, because I'm totally surrendered to their will. There's nothing I can do in my dream state except observe. And if the more you connect to Spirit, the more you meditate before you go to bed, the more you pray, the easier it is to be the observer in your dreams, rather than the person fighting or running away from what's going on. You can sit and you can watch your dreams play out, and they'll be as fresh as a movie when you wake up. And that's what happens for me. I can wake up and record everything that happened in my dream, because I'm conscious. I'm conscious even in my subconscious. So that is that's the message, guys. So I hope that it resonated. This is something I've never tackled before, at least live, with everyone in the world who's going to watch this. But I hope that it resonated. And if it did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment below. Like I said, this is part one. We have a lot to go. So get ready. Okay. See you on the next one. Take care, guys. Stay blessed. Stay centered. Okay. Bye.